Did you know that your favorite snack might be shrinking your brain? A recent study found that certain foods can reduce brain volume by up to 2% in older adults. That's like losing years of cognitive function overnight. In this video, we're exposing the worst foods that are silently damaging your brain. You'll be shocked to discover how many of these are probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Don't miss out on this crucial information that could save your memory and keep your mind sharp for years to come. But before I continue, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We appreciate your support. Now let's get back into the video. Slice of cake, anyone? An extra spoonful of sugar in your coffee, these might be affecting more than just your waistline. Let's talk about sugar and its sneaky attack on your brain. It's not just about the extra pounds, folks. There's something much more serious going on inside your head every time you indulge in those sweet treats. Sugar's impact on your brain is worse than you might imagine. Did you know that high blood sugar levels can actually shrink your hippocampus? Imagine your brain as a library, and the hippocampus as the librarian. With each sugary snack, it's like books are disappearing from the shelves, making it harder to form and store memories. Recent research has shown that higher sugar levels in your blood can increase the risk of dementia even if you don't have diabetes. Picture this. You're at your grandchild's birthday party, surrounded by family and laughter, but as you try to recall this precious moment later, the memory feels hazy and out of reach. It's a scary thought, isn't it? A study on rats found that a diet high in sugar increased brain inflammation and impaired memory. This suggests that excessive sugar intake can have some pretty detrimental effects on your cognitive function. We're talking about long-term damage to your brain health, not just misplacing your keys occasionally. But don't worry, there's good news too. Cutting back on sugar can help protect your brain. And the best part, you don't have to give up sweetness altogether. There are natural alternatives to sugar that can help maintain brain health while still satisfying those sweet cravings. Think honey, monk fruit extract, or coconut sugar. You might be thinking, I've been eating sugar all my life and I'm fine. And you might be right for now. But remember, the effects of a high sugar diet can accumulate over time. It's never too late to start making changes that can benefit your brain health in the long run. Let's talk about how you can start making these changes. First, become a label detective. Sugar hides in the most unexpected places, from your morning yogurt to your favorite salad dressing. By reading labels carefully, you can start to cut down on hidden sugars in your diet. Try gradually reducing the amount of sugar you add to foods and drinks. Your taste buds will adjust over time, and you might find that you don't need as much sweetness as you thought. Start with your morning coffee or tea, try cutting the sugar in half and see how you feel. Focus on whole foods. Fruits, vegetables, and whole grains provide natural sweetness along with fiber and other nutrients that are great for your brain. Plus, they help keep you feeling full and satisfied, which can reduce cravings for sugary snacks. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, it's about making smart choices that will benefit your brain health in the long run. By reducing your sugar intake, you're protecting your memory and potentially lowering your risk of dementia and other cognitive issues. Have you ever thought that your morning toast could be melting your mind? It sounds shocking, but there's a sneaky type of fat that might be compromising your cognitive health right under your nose. Let's talk about trans fats, the hidden villains in your kitchen that could be putting your brain at serious risk. Remember when margarine was hailed as the healthier alternative to butter? Well, it turns out that this supposedly heart-friendly spread might be doing more harm than good, especially for your brain. A study published in the journal Neurology found something truly alarming. Older adults with higher levels of oleic acid, a common type of trans fat, in their blood were significantly more likely to develop dementia. The very fats we've been consuming thinking they were okay could be increasing our risk of cognitive decline. But here's the thing, it's not just margarine we need to worry about. Trans fats are hiding in all sorts of places you might not expect. They're in your favorite snack foods, ready-made cakes, pre-packaged cookies, and many other processed foods. It's like a slow leak in a precious vessel, your brain, and every bite of these foods could be adding to the damage. Think about this for a moment. Every time you spread margarine on your toast or bite into a frosted pastry, you might unknowingly be compromising your brain health. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? But don't despair, there's good news. Many countries are waking up to the dangers of trans fats and taking action. They're banning these harmful substances recognizing the serious threat they pose to our health, particularly our brain health. So, what can you do to protect yourself? It starts with being aware and making informed choices. When you're at the grocery store, read those labels. Look out for ingredients like partially hydrogenated oils. That's often code for trans fats. Remember, low fat doesn't always mean brain healthy. Instead of margarine or processed snacks, try healthier alternatives. Experts recommend using oils like olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil. These aren't just better for your overall health, they can actually support your brain function. Imagine that. Every time you drizzle some olive oil on your salad, you're nourishing your brain. Changing habits isn't always easy, but start small. Swap out that margarine for a healthier spread on your morning toast. Try making your own baked goods using natural ingredients instead of buying the prepackaged ones. Every little change adds up, and your brain will thank you for it in the long run. Your cognitive health is worth it, isn't it? Maybe people enjoy diet soda, but it's a drink that could be tripling your risk of dementia. It's a shocking discovery that's turning our understanding of healthier drink choices upside down. Let's uncover the bitter truth about artificial sweeteners and your brain. A recent study found that people who drink diet soda daily are almost 3 times more likely to develop stroke and dementia. It's like a Trojan horse. It appears safe, but hides serious risks inside. But how can something with 0 calories be so harmful? It all comes down to those artificial sweeteners, especially aspartame. Aspartame, one of the most common artificial sweeteners, has been linked to concerning behavioral and cognitive problems. It increases your brain's vulnerability to oxidative stress, essentially leaving the door wide open for cognitive decline. Furthermore, aspartame disrupts the production of neurotransmitters in your brain. This cascade of effects can lead to negative impacts on your learning abilities and emotions. Here's how it works. Phenylalanine, a component of aspartame, crosses the blood-brain barrier. This disruption can potentially lead to negative effects on your learning abilities and emotions. It's as if that diet soda is slowly chipping away at your mental sharpness and emotional well-being. In one study, participants who consumed a high aspartame diet reported increased irritability, higher rates of depression, and poorer performance on mental tests. Just imagine, the very drink you're using to perk yourself up could be dragging your mood and mental performance down. But there's more you need to know. Artificial sweeteners can increase bad gut bacteria, which might surprise you. What does your gut have to do with your brain? A lot, actually. This increase in bad bacteria can negatively affect your mood. And if that wasn't enough, aspartame has been directly linked with anxiety in research studies. Let's recap. That diet soda you're drinking could be 1. Tripling your risk of dementia. 2. Disrupting your brain's neurotransmitters. 3. Making you more irritable and depressed. 4. Hurting your mental performance. And 5. Increasing your anxiety. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? You thought you were making a healthy choice, but instead you might be setting yourself up for some serious brain troubles down the road. But don't worry, there's good news too. Natural alternatives can satisfy your sweet tooth without risking your brain health. By switching from artificial sweeteners to natural options, you could potentially lower your risk of cognitive decline and mood disorders. It's a simple change that could make a world of difference for your brain health. So next time you reach for that diet soda, think twice. Your brain might thank you for choosing a healthier alternative. What's a food that we often eat with soda? Those crispy golden French fries might be affecting your brain. We all love the satisfying crunch of fried foods, but what if I told you that your favorite snacks could be shrinking your brain? It's a startling revelation that's changing the way we think about our favorite guilty pleasures. Let's start with a shocking statistic. A recent study involving over 18,000 people found that a diet high in fried foods is linked to lower scores in learning and memory. That's right. Your crispy chicken wings and onion rings might be doing more than just expanding your waistline. They could be compromising your ability to remember your grandkids' birthdays or learn new skills. The culprit behind this cognitive decline is inflammation. When you indulge in fried foods, you're potentially damaging the blood vessels that supply your brain. It's like clogging up the highways that deliver vital nutrients to your mind, leaving it starved and struggling to function at its best. And here's the kicker: the effects of fried foods on your brain can start long before you notice any symptoms. You might think you're fine because you can still recall most things, but the damage could already be underway. It's a silent assault on your cognitive health that can creep up on you over time. But it's not just about memory and learning. Did you know that fried foods have been linked to depression in older adults? A 2022 study found that people who consume high amounts of ultra-processed foods, including fried snacks, were more likely to experience mild depression. Imagine losing your zest for life because of your love for crispy fried treats. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? Now I know what you're thinking, but I've been eating fried foods all my life. Surely it's too late to change now. The good news is it's never too late to make positive changes for your brain health. In fact, experts have some great recommendations for satisfying your cravings without the cognitive costs. One simple swap that can make a big difference is opting for baked or air-fried alternatives. These cooking methods can give you that satisfying crunch you're after without the harmful effects of deep frying. Imagine enjoying crispy potato wedges or zucchini chips that are not only delicious but also kind to your brain. Why not experiment with other crunchy, brain-boosting snacks? Raw vegetables with a healthy dip, a handful of nuts, or even some air-popped popcorn can satisfy your need for texture while providing nutrients that support cognitive function. Remember, every time you choose a healthier alternative over a fried option, you're making an investment in your future cognitive health. It's like putting money in the bank for your brain, ensuring that you'll have the mental clarity and emotional well-being to enjoy your golden years to the fullest. Now, how about your morning toast? It might be affecting your memory. It's a startling revelation that's changing the way we think about our favorite breakfast staples. While we've been focusing on cutting out the obvious culprits like sugary treats and fried foods, there's another silent thief that might be robbing your cognitive bank account right under your nose. Let's talk about refined carbohydrates, those seemingly innocent white breads, pastries, and snacks that many of us enjoy daily. These foods aren't just empty calories, they're actively working against your brain health. Imagine this. You're sitting down for a nice chat with your grandchildren, but suddenly you find yourself struggling to follow the conversation. It's not because of background noise or distractions, it's because of what you had for breakfast. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. When you eat foods like white bread or white rice, they're quickly broken down into sugar in your body, causing a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. It's like sending your body on a wild roller coaster ride, derailing your brain's communication system. A study found that just a single meal with a high glycemic load can impair memory in both children and adults. That means the effects of refined carbs on your cognitive function can be almost instant. But it's not just about the short-term effects. Over time, a diet high in refined carbohydrates can lead to serious long-term consequences for your brain health. Research has shown that elderly individuals who consumed more than 58% of their daily calories from carbohydrates had almost double the risk of mild mental impairment and dementia. That's a staggering increase in risk, all from something as seemingly harmless as your daily bread choices. These rapid blood sugar spikes can lead to inflammation in your body, including your brain. Over time, this inflammation can damage the delicate blood vessels that supply your brain with oxygen and nutrients. It's like slowly starving your brain of the resources it needs to function properly. So, what can you do to protect your brain? Here are some simple steps. 1. Choose whole grain options instead of white bread. 2. Opt for brown rice over white rice. 3. Incorporate complex carbohydrates like quinoa, oats, and sweet potatoes into your meals. And 4. Load up on vegetables and fruits for their brain-boosting nutrients. Experts recommend opting for healthy, lower glycemic index carbohydrates, such as vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains. These foods provide a steady supply of energy to your brain without causing those harmful blood sugar spikes. By making these small changes, you're giving your brain the fuel it needs to function at its best. Remember, it is never too late to start taking care of your cognitive health. Your future self will thank you for the smart choices you make today. What if our daily food choices could be the key to unlocking a sharper, more vibrant mind? The power is on your plate. Whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats nourish your body and feed your brain the nutrients it craves for optimal function. Think of brain health as a triad. Eat smart, move more, and challenge your mind. Imagine dancing at your granddaughter's wedding with a clear, vibrant mind. That's the transformation waiting for you. Ready to make every meal count? Your brain health journey starts now. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe. We're here to support you every step of the way. Thanks for watching and subscribing to our channel. And remember, the best of your healthy golden years are ahead of you. See you in the next video.